are senior councils where there are statesmen. You are stopping somebody to speak on an important issue like division of revenue. Mr. Speaker, I would appreciate if you stopped me from speaking on a statement or a petition. But this is a constitutional duty that we have. Article 217, the Senate shall determine. And you don't want to hear me. Mr. Speaker, even the voiceless, even the people who are quiet today, you must hear them. You must hear them. Unless we become a kangaroo Senate. And I told you, me, I lived in this parliament when we are only 7. But we'll be heard. We'll be heard. We will be heard. And today, we are in a free, democratic country at Constitution of 2010. Imagine in a baraza out there, somebody is being told that in the Senate you cannot speak. No, that cannot be. That cannot be. Mr. Speaker, allow everybody to speak.
Okay, order members. Senator Professor Ongeri. Let him finish. I'm going to give a ruling on that.
Mr. Speaker.
Order members. Order members. Order members. Order members. Order members.
Mr. Speaker,
okay,
I want to speak.
Okay,
it looks like some of us who are staying in the annex have no opportunity to come to this honest house and speak our mind. And Mr. Speaker...
Okay, there's a point of order, Senator Ongeri, just Senator Cheriot. Just a minute, Senator Cheriot. You are here, you are here.
Give me the mic. Mr. Speaker, I need your attention, Mr. Speaker, so I'll wait for the Senator for Nyeri to finish first. Mr. Speaker, for Senator Orengo's long speech to make sense in this House, then we must draw a concession from you that the motion that was moved by Senator George Amiri be respected as was moved at that particular time, because that motion stated clearly that we shall only rise upon the completion of order number 8. Therefore, we are not opposed to anyone speaking. Balance it within the probabilities of time, but assure us that we shall be here until we complete order number 8. If we get that assurance, Mr. Speaker, if we get that assurance, then we can allow people to speak as much as they can. Otherwise, Mr. Speaker, Senator Maura, please.
Order.
Senator Maura, please.
Order.
Otherwise, Mr. Speaker, we know this trap because we've been down this journey. 2 weeks ago, this house was made to rise unceremoniously and procedurally in a way that has never been done before. Therefore, we want, before we proceed, Mr. Speaker, can you assure the senators that Senator George Haniri's motion stands as was resolved by this House?
Order, Senator. Order members. Order. Order members. I don't know who has contradicted that motion. So why are you raising things that have not? Nobody has contradicted it. Why don't we allow Senator Ongeri to? Okay, Senator Murkomen. Okay, there's a point of order there.
Mr. Speaker, I have tremendous respect for Senator Orengo, and you know that. And as a person I looked up to, even if he has left the chambers, I have tremendous respect. And I have respect for the chair, for the Speaker. But Mr. Speaker, the country is watching. consistency in your decisions is extremely important. Mr. Speaker, there was a time we wanted to have more time to speak, you cut us short. There is a time, Mr. Speaker, depending on who raises the motion for mover to reply, you allow it. Mr. Speaker, if we are going to be a house that will be respect its rules, we must, Mr. Speaker, accept when we are losing and when we are winning. We cannot allow, Mr. Speaker, as members to filibuster on the floor with the hope that when it reaches 9 o'clock, they will say, oh, there is this rule and that we must adjourn. Number two, Mr. Speaker, just to follow what Senator Cheriot said, there was a time we rose from this house without following the standing orders. Today, Senator George Kaniri has moved a motion for extension of time to 9 o'clock. Mr. Speaker, Mr. Speaker, can I finish what I'm saying? Senator George Kaniri actually moved a motion that we must extend the sitting of the House until we finish the business in order number 8. Now let me finish what I'm saying. Mr. Speaker, just check the answer. Mr. Speaker, the thing I want to say which is more important as I conclude. Mr. Speaker, I hope, and like 2 weeks ago, a situation will not arise where at 9 o'clock the Speaker will say we adjourn without anybody moving a motion to vote to adjourn at that particular time. If you assure us that the motion will be followed as it is, then we are going to stand with it. Last thing, I am waiting your ruling, Mr. Speaker, on Standing Order 104.
Order members, I will make that ruling, Senator Ongeri. Let Senator Ongeri contribute.
Mr. Speaker, I've patiently waited the whole day. It would appear, is the microphone?
Let's consult in low tone so that we can hear.
It would appear those of us who are in the extension side have no opportunity to raise voices like you are raising in the plenary. I have a right as a delegation from Kisii County to make my comments sound right. What we have seen here today is a high degree of impatience and intolerance, and we cannot afford to accept that kind of behavior because it impeaches on our rights to speak on behalf of the delegations that have elected us to this House. Secondly, Mr. Speaker, this formula, we are scrambling for a very small vote of 316.5 billion Kenya shillings. We should have, in fact, set our minds to reflect on what happens in the national vote, instead of causing unnecessary acrimony on 316.5 billion Kenya shillings. So when Senator Petronila moved this motion, it gave some rare hope that time to reflect, time to seriously think whether we should preoccupy our minds and our time on 316.5 or we should go beyond. And I think the best action and the best way out is to have a deep reflection what we want as a Senate to go to the future. Because going to the future is what matters. We can remain static here for the rest of the period of time, arguing about whether it should be 10% or 11% or otherwise. And you do not guarantee the counties their future. And we are here not only to maintain the current situation, but we must also give hope to the counties for the future. So, Mr. Speaker.
What's your point of order, Senator Kindiki?
Mr. Speaker, you ruled a little earlier that each speaker will have 3 minutes. I am not sure that we are observing your direction. I'm also, Mr. Speaker, pleading with you because of the dignity that the people of Kenya place in this House and your office to give us a ruling on the issue of time before we could proceed, Mr. Speaker, humbly.
I will do that. The timekeepers, make sure you keep the time. I'll give a ruling. Senator.
Mr. Speaker, I respect Senator Kindiki, but he should have appreciated that I have not had the whole time to speak on this topic. So, Mr. Speaker, I think the way forward, time heals, and we know that time heals. You rush it, we put this country on a collision course. And my advice and my experience tells me that we should hold our horses. Let's see what is futuristic, let's see what works, and let's see what can help this nation to come together. And that's why earlier on I wanted to say that the most important thing to do is to look at the national level, the national kitty, and how we can leverage the huge sums of money at the national level that can help us to move forward. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Senator Susan Kihika.
Okay, Mr. Speaker, mine was really a point of order. We know that there was a precedent that was set about 2 weeks ago, and that was we must be home by 9 o'clock, Mr. Speaker. You wait for your time to speak. I'm on the floor. Mr. Speaker, we are lawmakers and not lawbreakers. Mr. Speaker, the same people who are here trying to rush us were a couple of weeks ago talking about a Senate, that senators should not be given 2 to 3 minutes to make their points, but instead should be allowed a lot of time to be able to debate. So because the world is not ending today at 9 o'clock, Mr. Speaker, sir, it is our submission that we should be able to adjourn at least by 8:30, so that those of us who live far can get home by 9, because we are lawmakers and not lawbreakers.
Senator Orengo. I'm going to give you the next one, Senator Sakaja.
On a point of order, Mr. Speaker, and if Senator Fernandi can give me time, there's an issue which we are being intimidated about, and I want to say it very clearly. There are some people who are saying that we are filibustering, Mr. Speaker, I want to quote to you what filibustering is. An action such as a prolonged speaking which obstructs progress in the legislative assembly in a way that does not technically contravene the required procedures. So, Mr. Speaker, filibustering is a legislative tool. You cannot be stopped because somebody is making a long speech. Mr. Speaker, I'm so disappointed because there's a time when Mwai Kibaki would stand in the National Assembly and speak for a week. Now we have a professor of law known as Senator Murkomen. I don't want Murkomen to speak for 1 minute or 3 minutes. I want to speak for 1 hour. On Article 217 of the Constitution, which has got several sub-articles, it's got several paragraphs and sub-paragraphs, because I know he's a great intellectual. And finally, Mr. Speaker, Article 10 of the Constitution requires every person to comply by the rule of law, be it the president, be it senators. And I can tell you now, if you try to go to State House, you cannot get there because of COVID rules. So, Mr. Speaker, you should be very cautious. I'm a senior counsel, and Senator Mugeni is here. No,
He's on a point of order. He's on a point of order. He's on a point of order. He's on a point of order, Senator Mugeni.
In the courts now, I cannot access the courts now because of the COVID rules. And look at the way we are sitting, Mr. Speaker. It is a big shame. Look at this row, Mr. Speaker. The way people are sitting with masks, no masks, and so on. Is a danger even to you. So you cannot be allowed to break the law, Mr. Speaker. So the Senate cannot be allowed to break the law. So we are going on until 9 o'clock. When the curfew comes, we can come back at 4 in the morning. Let's come at 4 in the morning.
Senator Dulo. Order, members. 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 I'm going to give direction in a short while. Senator Dulo. Senator Dulo. Senator Dulo.
Mr. Speaker, I think this is a house of records. Mr. Speaker, there are so many point of orders that you have not given a ruling, especially the one by Senator Wetangula. Number 2, we are on record that the Senate is unable to make a decision, and the public is watching. Kenyans are anxious to get a decision from this House. Mr. Speaker, clearly it shows from the way the debate is going. With all these point of orders, Mr. Speaker, this is a way of defeating time to this particular motion. Mr. Speaker, you have had your time. Can you listen to me? Mr. Speaker, clearly, the way the debate is going is to defeat the motion and to make sure that we don't make a decision today. Mr. Speaker, I want to be on record that there is a certain way the decision of this House is expected. And that is the reason why this motion is delayed. Mr. Speaker, can you make a ruling? Can you make a ruling?
Order. She's on a order.
No.
She's on a point of order.
Order, Mr. Speaker.
Order. Order, senators. Order.
I am on a point of order.
Order. Order, senators. Order.
No.
Order. Order, senators. Order, senators. Order, senators. I'm on my feet. Can you allow Senator Dulo to finish?
Mr. Speaker, I don't see why people are making noise here, because we have given opportunities to each and every senator in this House. Yeah? There are no senators who are special than others. And there is no county that is more special than others. Mr. Speaker, we must make a decision today, because that is the only way that Kenyans are going to trust this House. I thank you.
Senator Sakaja, what's your point of order?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker.
Order, senators. Let's consult in low tones. Order. Order, senators. Order. Can we listen to Senator Sakaja?
Mr. Speaker, we listened to Senator Orengo. We listened to the leader of minority. I think it will be good for him to answer, to listen to us. Senator Kwamboka, you're in my delegation. Nyenyekea, Mungu akutumie. Mr. Speaker, I want to say this. The Constitution of the Republic of Kenya is the supreme law of this land. Mr. Speaker, there is no other law, there is no other statute, there is no other even precedent that goes or that can override the authority of the Constitution. Anyone who's done law will tell you about the hierarchy of laws. Mr. Speaker, even within the laws, there is an order of precedence in how the Constitution is written. Standing Order number 1 says, Mr. Speaker, or rather Article 1, number 2. Number 1 says, all sovereign power belongs to the people of Kenya and shall be exercised only in accordance with the Constitution. 2 says, the people may exercise the sovereign power either directly or through the democratically elected representatives. Mr. Speaker, sovereign power is delegated to the following state organs. And the first one is Parliament and the legislative assemblies in the county governments, and others follow. Mr. Speaker, 126 says, the sitting of either house may be held at any place within Kenya and may commence at any time that the house appoints. Mr. Speaker, what we are doing here is exercise of sovereignty of the people of Kenya. And Mr. Speaker, the exercise...
Order members, order members.
Okay, those...
Order members. Order members, order members. Order, order.
Mr. Speaker.
Order members, order members. Order members.
Mr. Speaker.
Order members, order members. Order members, order members. Order, order,
Mr. Speaker.
Order.
You know, when
Senator Sakaja, you are reading the mood of the House. Please conclude. Give him the mic to conclude.
Mr. Speaker, I will also be heard. And in the same way Senator Orengo said, the worst thing you will do is not to hear. I will be heard. And when people like Senator Cherargei and Kangata raise their voices, I will keep quiet and I will continue with the point I'm making. Mr. Speaker, this House has passed a motion by Senator Kaniri, which is part of the law, saying until what time we shall sit. Mr. Speaker, we have seen, even as late as 2:30, we've seen the NMS Director General inspecting projects. We are performing an essential service. And Mr. Speaker, let it be known. You know, Mr. Speaker, even when they make noise, it is hard out there. Mr. Speaker, let it be known that, Mr. Speaker, when some of us used to play football, when people are being defeated, they run away with the ball. when they're being defeated.
Order, senators. Order, senators. Order, senators. Order. Order, senators. 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 Senator Sakaja, take your seat. Take your seat. Honorable senators, we have before us a very important debate that we are having. Looking at the requests here, and given that we have 2 more amendments to go, and given the ruling that I gave 2 weeks ago, it's not practical that we can be able to conclude these matters. Therefore, order members, 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 order members. I want to direct order members, order members, order members, order members, order members, order members, order members. I want order members, order members. I want to direct I have ordered that we reconvene on Thursday to look at the 2 amendments and to make a voting on the main